I've been on the new one since February, and so like I've seen all of the different little changes, but the units is one thing I still don't have. Like on my team page,
I am like many of you that Facebook is changing, and we're all changing over to the new Facebook, which is going to make a little challenge for some of us. So there's 2 people on this call who already have been totally embracing Facebook, the new Facebook, for the last couple months, and that is Kitty Bardo and Anna. And both of them are going to share their tips and tricks for using the new Facebook with running our virtual parties. So however we want to start. Katie, do you want to start, or Anna? I mean, like,
I'm going to start by telling you guys to take a breath and that it is okay. I want everybody here to just be at peace, because it's not that bad, I promise you. So just know that changes might seem scary. I know we all love old blue Facebook, but I love new Facebook, and it's like,
you want to start screen sharing or wherever?
Yeah, I can screen share. It doesn't matter. I was kind of curious to know what features you guys are most concerned about, because I transitioned really easily. So if there's something that's kind of a thorn in your side, or that you're wondering, how am I going to do that? I'd love to start with that. So if you guys want to put some things in the chat, and maybe you guys can man the chat, and then we can kind of check off boxes. I don't know. What do you think?
We have 3 questions. I wrote them
prepared.
You came prepared.
Can I start? Because I have to go pick up my husband at the airport. I know, it's stupid. 11:30. I got to go get my freaking husband. Okay, so can I ask my question now?
Yes.
All right. So I toggle back and forth because I have FOBO, right? Fear of better options. And so I toggle back and forth because there are some things that I really still like in old, and there's some things I really do like in the new. So my first question, you stay right there where you are. In the past, in old Facebook, in the banner, we could click here to order, and you could put a link in the description, and that is no longer there.
You're talking about in your Facebook party groups?
In my Facebook party group.
Yep. Okay.
It's no longer there. So nope. Is there a workaround?
Yep.
Just put it in the comments. Mm-hmm.
Easy peasy. Just comment.
Okay.
Yep. It was a little off-putting to me at first when you're clicking that edit button, like, hey, I should be able to go in and change this. But no, it's not there. Just put it in the comments, and you know what? That counts as engagement.
So you're just putting the link to shop in the comment under your banner that when you posted it?
Yeah, I click on the banner and put it in the comment, the first comment.
Because when they click on the banner, they'll see the comment.
Yep.
Yes, but the only thing is, if they're looking at it on their phone, they have to do several clicks. It's not the same as it was on the old Facebook, and it's not the same. That's one of the few drawbacks that is the difference between the old and the new. On the new Facebook, they have to click on the picture, and then they have to view picture, and then they have to look at the comments. So it's like an extra click or 2 before they see it on their phone.
But I'm gonna say that people, it doesn't matter where you put it, they're not gonna see it.
They're not gonna see it.
It's in your best. No, I had a party for another direct sales company recently. She put the link in every single every single post, and I had people, my friends, these are my friends, commenting, how do I shop? So it's gonna be an issue. It's best for you guys to just get used to putting it into a couple places. So do the click here banner still, put that in the comment like we just talked about. I do what Julie Spinks does and put a first post, the very first post in the party is the shopping link. I also add the link and the shopping information to the group description, and I notice a lot of people don't utilize their group descriptions, but the benefit to putting the shopping information in the group description is that people can see that from outside the party if they haven't joined. So maybe they never click the join button, but they can actually still shop.
Okay, so my next one is for the life of me, I spent probably 30 minutes today trying to figure out how to pin my group to the shortcuts. I can't find it anywhere.
Oh, okay. So when you're on your personal page and you want to look on the
party group, when I'm in my party
your
group,
party,
and I want to pin my group to shortcuts.
like you want to link, like you want to send people to your VIP group, basically?
No,
No.
like pin it. So you go to the three little dots. Katie, go to the three little dots right there on the right-hand
Go ahead,
side.
and I'm gonna stop sharing on it, and you can do this.
Okay, all right. Hang on a minute. Let me jump over here. Okay, can you guys see my screen? Let me make it a little bigger here. Okay, so
You're
like
already in the
here,
right spot.
yeah, so I'm already in a group, a party group. So you just come over here to these. Actually, you have to toggle to yourself first. Okay, so here's where you toggle, like the old place was over here. So here's where you toggle to yourself. It's gonna be slow because I'm sucking up bandwidth here. And then you just click on these three little dots and you pin the group right there. Now I already have 10 groups planned, but I'll give you guys a little hint. Easier than pinning it there is pinning it up here. Okay.
Right. I do pin mine up there too, but I can't see that on my phone. I can't see my groups at the top on my phone.
Gotcha.
If I don't pin it to my shortcuts. So
Okay,
that's one reason I like to do
I
that.
didn't see where you said you're pinning things up at the
It's right
top.
here. So right here, you come right here, see this little blue star? Can you see up here at the top? So you can see that one's they're not normally blue. Okay, normally it's clear, it's just a clear star.
Okay.
So when you click on that, you can pin it to a group. So like see my bookmarks bar up here. So like the NC virtual shows, these are my new consultant shows that I'm doing for them that I pin there. And then each one of these are months. And then this is my leader sites. These are ones that are pending shipping right now. Like I moved them into there. These are my August host. These are I'm starting to put my September host in there. So all I have to do is if I want to go bounce to any one of my shows, like I literally can just bounce right there. Because that's the one thing is on the new Facebook, like you are on it's like you are in your business building right here. And so you literally have to physically leave the building by clicking here to go home to be able to see what you have pinned over here on the side. And so that's why having them up here in this bookmarks bar makes it so much easier, because then when you want to bounce back to your business page, it's right here. So you go back. Now you're going to see, I have a lot of pages on mine because I'm doing a bunch of new consultant kickoffs this week.
Oh, okay, Kit, I'm sorry, I'm being very slow. So when you wanted to pin it, you clicked it on the blue. You were on a business, and
It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter because that's going into your bookmarks bar. So if you're on Google Chrome, everybody has a bookmarks bar. And the other way that you can get to your bookmarks bar, hang on, I have sticky notes on my thing and I can't see. Hang on, let me shrink this down a little bit smaller.
Is it the same thing for Edge too?
Oh, I don't know anything about Edge.
Okay.
Like, is Edge an operating system? Is it an internet system?
It's a browser.
Oh, yeah. I don't know anything about Edge.
Okay.
I do everything on Google Chrome.
Okay,
so
just tell me Google Chrome. So what am I doing?
Okay, so watch. I'm going to go to a group. Hang on a second. Let me just find a group that I, oh, you know what? I know one. Hold on a second. Hang on a second. What is this behind the scenes?
Yeah.
Oh, I may have already pinned it. Hang on. Let's see. See, so this is something else that you can do. Like if you have so many groups and you can't ever really find, oh, I have it. Okay, here we go. All right, so like I have not pinned this, but this is a leader site for me. This is a site that I don't necessarily want pinned on my Facebook page, but I want to know how and where to get to it quickly, right? So you come here to this, you see this little star?
Yep.
You go there, you click on that star. It's gonna give me a choice to name it and where to put it, right?
Okay.
Okay, so I click here and I'm going to just go to choose another folder just so that I can show you. So you have several, like I have other folders too. Your bookmarks bar is what puts it up here on the top of this, right up here. So
Okay.
you can create a folder, and I'm just going to create a new folder just to show you. So
Okay.
you would come here to create a folder. Oh shoot, hang on, I was under August. Dad burn it, hang on. Let me just come back up here. There we go. I'm going to create a new folder under bookmarks bar, and I'm going to call this, I'm going to call it Leader Sites. Let's pretend I don't already have one that's called Leader Sites. Call it Leader Sites, hit save, and it's going to save it. Now I have a second Leader Sites, right?
Uh-huh.
But there it is right there. All I got to do is click on it. And if I want to go to the behind the scenes, like I'm there instead of
Okay.
having to search for it on Facebook. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you very much.
Okay, so now I'm just going to delete this. Bloop. And then you can move things from one folder to another. So like, as you have, like these are shows that have not shipped at all. These are ones that they're starting to ship. So as they start to ship, I take shows out of here and I move them over to my pending. So that,
Wow.
you see what I'm saying? So it's like, then you kind of have an idea of where stuff is and what's going. So even if you just look at it like once a week and you're like, oh, okay, it looks like they're starting to ship that show, I can scoot this over there. And then I know that I need to put another message on their virtual party to say, hey, guess what? Good news, your stuff's starting to ship, you know, whatever, you know.
Okay.
Thank you for
How do
being
you
so-
move it? Show us how to move it.
You go like this. Oh, shoot. Hang on. That's not what I meant to do. All right. You go. I just don't want to go. Okay. You right click on it. You cut. You come over here. Oh, I didn't check out the name of it. And then you just go, whoops. You go paste and it sticks it there. Did anybody see what the name of that one was? Dad burn it. Oh, Mary's. Here we go. See, there it is right there. There's Mary's. So if I want to take it back, I just right click, cut, come over here, right click, paste, and I can put it back. And it's always going to be at the bottom. And there's Mary's right there. Can you see it down there?
Yeah, thank you.
It's right
So
there.
For you, your virtual shows that have not shipped, you put them in the virtual shows, and in the pending is the starting to ship mode.
Well, you can just name it whatever you want. I mean, like, that's how I name it. Like my virtual shows, all my virtual shows that I've already closed, I move to that virtual shows. As they're starting to ship, I move them to pending, because that means they're pending shipping. Like they are in line now, you know, like they're at the top of the line, ready to go.
Well, this is just very useful for me to organize. So thank you very much. I'm learning something new.
Okay. So what was your other question, Linda?
My last question is, in the members section,
Mm-hmm.
when you want to see, so I do block parties. And so I like to see how many guests each host has invited.
Mm-hmm.
And you now can't even see, at least I can't see who invited them.
So
Even the members, like the members
Katie,
who join.
I don't know if Katie, I don't do block parties. I do individuals. And so,
But see, you can't, it doesn't show there like who invited those people.
no, because I only have one person that invited.
But even in a single party, it will say invited by your host.
What if I toggle? See, that's not a feature I ever look at. Katie, do you do block parties or do you do?
I don't do block parties. So here's kind of how you would work around that. You're gonna know because they're gonna be friends with one of those hosts. I mean, that's really what it comes down to, is you're gonna have to kind of see who the host was that they have in common. Especially
Yeah,
What is
but-
the function, Linda? What's the function that you do that?
Control F, and then you do a search, and then it tells you who, if I looked for my, Mary, if Mary was my host, then every time Mary's name, Mary invited somebody, it would say invited by Mary, invited by Anna, invited by Carrie.
But that's only if they didn't join directly from the link. Right?
That is if they were added
Actually
with the
added.
invite. They
Right.
were added with the
Right.
invite button, yes.
Okay, so yeah, so when I do on Mary's, when I type in Mary or even Mary Brookings, it just pulls her up as an admin and as a friend.
Right,
It
it
doesn't
won't-
show. Yeah,
But you do have to scroll all the way down to the
But
bottom.
it says 2 of 2.
yeah,
It
it
says
says
there's
2
only
of
2.
2.
Yeah.
So
So-
it's not saying who invited.
Yeah, and in old Facebook, even if
Right.
you're just doing one party, your host name would still pop up that they were invited by Mary.
Right.
So there's no workaround that then, I guess.
Not that I know of. And it's not something that I've played with. So I don't,
It
'Cause
just
I
must be
don't-
something that Facebook is not sharing.
I'm wondering,
Maybe.
would anything like that happen or turn on with insights if you got above 50, Linda?
well, let me,
I'm looking at.
let me go
I'm
to
just
one
looking at
that
the reports
had-
too while you're looking at that. I'm going into my back end to just see because the activity log doesn't show it either.
You already looked. That was my next thing I was going to look at.
No, I went down my activity log and it only shows members that were automatically approved. But it doesn't say who they were approved for.
Yeah, this is the,
And some things may still be to change because even though I've had new Facebook for months and months and months, there are still pages that say are not updated for new Facebook yet. So I'm anticipating changes on some of the report functions within the groups. So I would also be on the lookout for changes and additional features when the switch happens. Some of the things you're looking for might not be there now, but they might actually pop up.
Which is for sure September 1st, correct?
I don't know where that came from. I've heard people saying that, but I don't know if that was,
Because that's what it tells me every time
Yeah.
I switch over. Is
Oh,
that
That's
does
what
it?
Facebook tells
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
I'm getting that. I'm finally losing the ability to switch back, even though I don't very often use it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing,
So if we go to members,
So maybe we should start at the beginning. Anything with setting up shows, like what are the biggest differences? I mean, like for me, everything, I'm lost with everything and news feed and the whole bit.
Well, to me, I find this setting up and just the layout of this just a lot cleaner and simpler and not as crowded and overwhelming and like distracting. Okay. But then that's me and my ADD brain. Okay. One of the things that I absolutely love are the tools that are right up here because this never changes. And it doesn't matter what page, whether you're on your business page or you're on your personal page. Now, Katie, I don't know if you know this, but some of my consultants that are on the new Facebook do not have this pages thing up here. And I can't
Wow.
figure out how I have it and some of them don't. Have you found?
I would also recommend everybody update their Facebook app if you haven't already. Just update it because they change all the time, and you might not have a new version, and that might pop up.
So
But they made everything so clean. It's so much easier to use. And what I noticed that I love is that things that used to have to be buried in submenus are easy to find features.
Yep.
In the setting, like where settings are.
So
Where it's clean.
What are all those icons? Tell us what all those icons are.
So when you hover over them, it tells you. It's like this one's home, this one's pages, this one's watch parties, this one's marketplace, and this one's groups. So it tells you right there. So Marie, do you want to like start from like setting up a show, like from start to finish, like how that looks different?
Yes.
Yes.
Katie, you want to do it or you want me to do it?
Either way, it's fine.
You want to, yeah, I'll jump on. I'm right here. I'll go ahead and jump on. And, but
You've
add in,
already
like,
got everything up.
yeah.
I'll
okay.
chime in though.
Yeah, chime in, please. Okay, so your groups, you're going to find them here under more. All right. I will remind me to come back. I love these features that are over here now. It makes life so much easier when you're responding to your virtual parties. So we'll come back to that. Katie, you know about those, right?
Yeah, I just actually did a virtual tour of Facebook with my team recently.
Love
This is
that.
fairly fresh.
Yeah. Okay. So come here. You'll come here to more. This is where you can go to your groups. So you come here. This is where you're going to create your linked group. You give it a name. So I'm just going to go Anna's cooking class. Choose the privacy. I leave that like it is. And then I hit create.
Are you making all your shows private or public? Because
Private.
Really?
Yeah. I don't make any of mine public.
If you make it public, weirdos can join.
And you have no control over what they say, really, unless you go through there and you change stuff. The other reason that I don't mind sharing stuff with you within my team, but I actually came across a video of me on a consultant I didn't even know. I'm like, how does she have my video? Which she could have just taken it by, the basic thing, but I just thought that was kind of creepy. I'm like, why would you want somebody you don't even know doing videos on your party? I don't know, kind of weird. But anyway, so no, all of mine are private. I do mine private, and I don't want weirdos in there.
And it helps for engagement too. You don't want everything public because people are going to see it. Shows it to everybody in the newsfeed. So if it's private, it's showing it to members. So it's strategic. If you want better engagement, don't make your groups public, unless you're really trying to make a public group.
So I do a little system here that I'll kind of show you guys. Oh, you guys pray for my team. This is all my team that is in the path of the hurricane. Okay, so when I'm setting up their shows, like I will create a note that has their show link, the hostess dashboard, and then I used to even put their Pampered Chef link, their Facebook link underneath it, so that I have, if I come down here, there's probably some, so that I had all three of their links that they need right there. And the reason that I do that is because it just makes it easier to set things up. So I'm going to just scoot this back over. You guys are going to see.
I missed. Where did you do that?
It's in my notes section. I have a Mac, so it's in my notes section on my Mac. So I just keep it open on this. Now I have this blown up huge for you guys to see, but so then I'll just come over here. I'll take my, I'll upload my photo.
While you're doing that, can I ask, do you do your banners in Canva or PicMonkey?
I do them in Canva.
Okay, and what dimensions are you using so that they fit in the new Facebook? Because the new Facebook dimensions on the banners suck.
They are different. They definitely are different. And I have not found the magic number yet, but I'm getting closer. Katie, do you know the magic number pixel for the banner yet?
I'll be real. I just use the Facebook cover design on Canva, and I center all of my designs because truthfully, they look drastically different between mobile and between computer. So that was what I had my biggest design issues with. So I just make everything nice and centered and I leave a little bit of blank space on the sides. That way it looks the same on everything.
You bring everything into the middle.
Yeah, so I leave like a good, I would say there's probably 200 pixels on either side of my.
Talk like that for me. Okay.
Yeah, okay, so like 2 inches or so, like just a couple inches on each side. I'm trying to use my little ruler in my head.
Linda, like I've been working, like I'm down to like 1580 by 800 and it's still not quite there. And it's just not something that I've had time to finish playing with. There's a great feature on Canva that you can do it by inches, millimeters, or centimeters, but I'm like, that's great, but it depends upon what screen you're looking at. I'm like, that's kind of useless if you don't know, anyway. So I'm working, I just haven't, it hasn't been a priority because I kind of have a template that I use that pretty much works. So anyway, so I do this first and then I hit save changes and then I come over to my notes section, which you guys can't see, but I'm copying that right now. And then I go ahead and click on here and I go ahead and do my little, ready, whoops, I can't spell today. Ready to order, click. Well, forget it. This is just a mock one anyway. Spelling doesn't count today. All right, and then I post that, So now I've got this link saved, right? So then I back out of there, and you come down here to settings. Can you guys see down here where I am? Over here on settings. Click on settings. I come over here to the name and description. Now I use text replacements. So I just type in my code. It throws it in there. Again, spelling doesn't count. I'm gonna leave the date. Normally I would change the date. I've already got the link saved, and I paste it. So there's my description. So now my description is in there with the link, and it's all there. Okay. Then I immediately come down here to apps. This is where apps is at the bottom to add my apps.
It may take a while to populate too. If I noticed that when I was adding SitShare, you would type C and it would take forever to show up. So it might look like there's no apps there, or it might take a while to show up.
See, and that's funny because I haven't had that issue. Like I had that on the old Facebook, but on this one, it pops right up. But like, here's where you can change the color if you want me. Like all of these little fun features are still here. You know, you can change your membership. So like if you are doing yours public, you know, this is where you can, I think all of these things are the same. But the cool thing about this that I will tell you is on the member request, is this the one? Let's see. There's one that says something about as long as they're friends with one person in the group. Hang on, who's pre-approved to join? Oh, that's not. Do you know what I'm talking about, Katie? There was a little thing.
Yes, I'm over here tinkling with excitement that you know that trick, because that's amazing. Yes, yes, yes.
But where is it?
I believe it's automatic. Is it automatic member approvals up on the left-hand side on the settings?
Oh, that might be it. Yeah. That's where it is. I knew it was somewhere.
And you just check the box, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Set up requirements.
This
and then
is
check the box.
Yeah. So as long as they're friends with somebody in the group, then you don't have to sit there and manage whether or not they are. You're like whether somebody's waiting and holding to be a part of the group, right? Because we've all
if you've ever had like 160 requests or whatever, people waiting to get in the door of your groups. So if they're friends with the host, it lets them in. So you don't have to vet everyone as closely.
Right.
So I always make, if they're friends with my host, then that's good enough for me.
Okay. So the other thing that you can do here is you can find your VIP, which this has given me trouble today. Like normally I'm able to, but see how it's kind of bouncing around. What I was doing, and there's another way to do it. What I was doing before is linking my VIP group. So now my VIP group is linked in there and I'm not having to make it as an announcement, you know, where, you know, like that always seemed to get me in jail, you know, once before. So then when you're ready to go back to your discussion page, you go right here, okay, to your home. Now, if you're one that likes to set up like keywords, your keywords are here, all right? So then you go home. One thing I will tell you that I love, okay, sorry, this is just gonna keep going off, that I absolutely love about the new Facebook is when you do have your members and you've got, I might have to go to one that, hang on, let me go to one that's inviting people. And you go to send the, you know, the write the welcome post, which I use actually at the end. I don't use it at the beginning. But when you do go to do that, you're not limited to 50 people. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, you know how before when you would go to do the right post, which that's why I'm waiting now to the very end. So when you do go here to write the welcome post, that's why I'm waiting till the end now. And I'm using that as a poke to remind people to order. Because it doesn't matter if there's 172 people in there, it'll tag all 172 people.
So does that mean you don't do that then as a welcome at the beginning?
I don't. I don't. I write a welcome, or actually I have the host write the welcome and tag her friends. And then like I'll kind of help her and go, hey, these are the people that that joined since then, because when you look at the new to the group, you can see, just like on the old one, you can see how long ago it was that they that they joined. So as long as I kind of know where she cut off, then I'll say, hey, everybody from Jennifer up is new today. So tag all of them in your next welcome post. And then I use that welcome post at the end, because you can do it and it doesn't matter how many people, it'll tag everybody. I do it at the very end as a reminder, hey, don't forget to support Melissa for her, virtual cooking class, or host your own, or, whatever it is that you want to say.
So she doesn't use the right
That's
welcome.
interesting.
She's purposely putting in each person's name.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. And then that's where I connect with them in the beginning.
So Katie, you did a walk through the new Facebook with your team. If you want to share and do a little bit of that with us, because other than Hannah, I'm thinking the rest of us, well, Linda toggles back and forth. The rest of us are newbies to this.
Okay, and I have a video that I made too of how to create a group using the new Facebook that I can share with you guys, so that you can have it and know that you won't have to worry to remember later, that you can just watch the video and it'll show you how to set up a group.
So you'll
Don't
post
be
that
scared.
video in the behind the scenes.
Yeah,
group?
I have it. Yeah, I can post that for you guys. I recorded it a few weeks ago. Hopefully nothing has changed. We shall see. I see new videos coming in the future.
I made one about a month ago and several things changed. So I'm not going to offer mine because now things are different.
I just had I set up a document to help my new consultants get started. I had a new consultant the other day that couldn't set up her business page, and she was getting so frustrated, and it's not this hard, what's going on? And they now made it to where you have to create a username right here at the top. This mine is Katie Bardo PC on all my social media, but before that was optional to set up when you created a Facebook page. So part of the requirements of the new Facebook, so if you guys come across anybody who's struggling to set up their business page, the username has to be unique. And so that's what was causing the problem for my consultant. She has kind of a common name and her usernames were all taken. So, and it doesn't have to match the page name. And in fact, her page name was kind of generic. So that's how that happened. So that's one of my first things to just be aware of in new Facebook, is that they are now requiring that you set up a username for your page. So new Facebook business page, this is your business page. All of the settings pretty much just move to the left-hand side. That's really the biggest difference. Let me see if I can hide these controls. That's really the biggest difference that I noticed. So your page settings are here at the bottom, your page information, ad center, publishing tools. If you guys are using publishing tools, that's how you create posts for the future on your business page without using Creator Studio. Insights is where you're gonna see your engagement, your notifications, your inbox. So it's all right there on the left. And I think some of that used to actually be under various settings. This is probably gonna go really slow.
I want to say something while you're doing that. I don't know if any of you guys have two pages. Like, I don't know if any of you have like your business page and then another one that's like, all about recipes or so. I don't. I only have one, but just FYI.
This is my list. I have a list.
Okay. But those are all ones that you manage?
Yep.
Okay. So did you know that you can link two of your pages so that whatever you post on one automatically goes to the other?
Yes.
Okay.
Does that work for the VIP group too? That what you post on your business?
Not
page?
groups, pages. It's got to
Only
be pages.
Okay.
Yeah, you can link, as long as both pages tell each other they can talk to each other, then whatever you post on one will automatically go on to the other.
So
I don't have that set up currently.
Calling things pages instead of groups?
No, the pages and groups are different things.
You have a group under a page.
A page is the public facing. So you're like when you're looking at your icons on the top, your pages are always going to be under the flag. Your groups are always going to be under the people, and they're always going to be separate. And think of these at the top like different feeds. That's my favorite way to describe this. So this is your home feed. And this is actually your pages feed. So what that means is you're gonna see not only the pages you manage, but like if you click on like pages, you're gonna see the pages that you liked. And if you click on discover, you're gonna see information from pages it might be recommending to you. So it's just a different feed. So if you click on videos, it's a video feed. It's different content than you would see. Oh, see, this is part of that where old Facebook isn't connected to new Facebook yet. So they're still fixing that. I was working the other day. So this is the video feed. So you'll see like various videos from pages that you follow and groups that you follow here. This is where if you're doing live content, people will be able to see it in a video feed. If they follow your page, it'll show up here versus just in your main page. So this feed is the marketing feed or the marketplace feed, which is where you would go buy the resale stuff. And this is your groups feed. So any groups that you belong to is going to be here. And then all of your groups that you manage as well. So, and then if you want to discover new groups. So so think of all of these as like little hubs. So depending on what you want to do is what hub you're going to go to, what feed you want to go to. So if you're going to create a new party off of your business page, you're going to go to your business page feed. You're going to click on your business page. I'm sure that it will be right at the top. And then for groups, so as I mentioned, you have all your settings on the left-hand side for your page now. You might notice that across the top, this looks different, and it's going to depend on what your category of business is as to how the order of things across the top of your page and what even shows. If you don't see groups and you're looking for them, click on more. And this is where you might also see things like YouTube. I have YouTube connected to my Facebook business page. Community is things that others post on your page. And then groups is all of your business page groups. And these are totally random because a lot of these groups are old, which I think is hilarious. So it might not be the most recent things that show up. And when you create your party groups, you're going to be creating a linked group. And that's going to be the one that includes your business page. If you want to link an existing group, you would click link group. And there's a setting that I want people to know within the groups. If you were running, say, a party for one of your consultants and you wanted to add your business page in their party group, and maybe they're running it as a consultant, you would just go into the settings in the group and you can add extra business pages in there. So you can have more than one business page in a group.
And how do you toggle back to your personal?
So if you're from within a group, you're going to see the drop-down menu is actually right underneath the header image, and it has this little arrow right by it. So you're going to be able to change back and forth here. And I heard it mentioned earlier, but make sure that when you're setting up your groups, that you're including both yourself and your business page, and you're making them both admins. So it's going to look funny because you're going to toggle back and forth. You're going to set yourself up. You're going to set up your group. Then you're going to invite yourself to join the group, or you're going to click join. And then you're going to have to refresh the page and go back to your business page to invite yourself to be an admin. And then you're going to have to toggle back to your personal page, refresh the page again, most likely, and accept the admin invite. And once you do that, when you click on the members section, you'll see that you're both listed as admins in the group. And so you just do that to click on the right hand button to make somebody an admin.
So have you guys eliminated using your phone to even check Facebook?
Mostly. I don't work on my phone. I'll be honest.
I used to respond to like make comments to people's comments on my phone because I could voice text them really fast and just go on down the line. But now, and I hope that you show them this, Katie, the on your business page, all of your comments are in one place. And so literally you can just sit there and respond to comments left and right, and it's super fast. Yeah.
That
super
is
fast.
so true. That is such a
Can you
good
show
tip.
us?
Yes, so if you're on your business page, you're gonna see an inbox on the left, and your inbox is multifaceted. There's actually multiple things going on in your inbox.
So Anna, how would you know which show they're in? Like if you're running.
It tells you, you'll see, it tells you, but it's almost like a summary. It's awesome. Well, this is the messages. So she'll show you the notifications in a minute.
So these are comments that are, like this one was on my business page. So it tells you where it's at. And then you just go down and you can reply to it. And so this was a video on my page. This was a response in one of my events when I was doing an opportunity event. So that was a response down there. So all of your comments show up kind of all together. So on the left, what you'll see here, so you've got messages that come in from your business page. You've got your messenger section. If you wanted to connect to your Instagram, these are all of the comments that run together. If you were connected to Instagram, these would be your comments on Instagram. And if you set up automated responses, this is where you set up your away messages. And this has changed recently. I haven't been in here in a little bit, actually. So that looks a little bit different than last time I was there. But your inbox has a lot going on in it.
So with that inbox, you just scroll through it and then it'll pop up there in the middle and then you can respond and it'll go right to the right party.
No,
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Wow.
those are messages or notifications?
Both. They all show up here, and depending on what it is, the icon. Right now I have unread comments, and I actually go through, I'll always have unread comments because I don't necessarily always use this. I like to go check the parties or check my pages, and I'll usually respond by checking everything like once a day. So I generally have unread things here, but if you're really good and you can do it all from this inbox, just like Anna was saying.
Anna, how about you? Like, what are you?
So I love the feature that, Katie, go back to your, go back to where it listed like the notifications and the messages, you know, everything on that left-hand side. Like the screen.
Like all of them?
Yeah, like all the tools, like it listed all the tools on the left-hand side.
Was that your home screen?
Possibly. This one? The
Yeah,
main
so
page?
like click on your notifications. This is what I love. Oops.
On the inbox?
No, go down.
No,
Go
Oh,
down to where it says
notifications.
notifications.
Hello. Yes.
So I love, like, I totally ignore all the hearts and the thumbs up and the laughs and so you can go through there and you can just click on all the little blue dots and it for all the ones that you don't need to respond to. And so it grays them out. It's like if you just click on the little blue dots next to it, it totally grays out those. And then you can see exactly what everything else belongs to. So like if it's one that, like, you know, Jacqueline Hedges, she made a comment on one a couple down. If you click on that actual notification, like click on that, it pulls up On mine, it'll pull up exactly where her comment. There you go. There you go. I think it's just being laggy.
Facebook's a little slow.
Yeah, it's just being, but it'll pop up and show exactly, you know, where that comment is and what the comment is. You can respond to it, and then you can go to the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one, and it's all right there instead of you having to bounce back and forth between parties. Like it's right there. Like it's right there, and it's more timely because you can literally zip down it and do it so much faster than trying to weed through the notifications where the bell is up at the top. That just overwhelms me. Like I look at that, and 30 minutes later, I've got 99 notifications, and I'm like, you know, like it. I won't even look at it because it's just too overwhelming for
And
me.
if you click it once, then you don't see what's new anymore. So you
Right.
lose that. So all the notifications are still new here, which is like I haven't been on in 12 hours, and you can see that. So I can go down and know exactly whenever I go down and get to the ones that are clicked on, I'll know, okay, I'm caught up.
Now,
Okay,
it says that you can invite her to like your page. Is there a different way to invite, like, it says she commented, now you can invite her to like your page.
Right.
I see that. Yeah,
Right
right
here?
there. Jacqueline Hedges reacted to your photo.
On the left where the notifications are is what she's
Yeah.
talking about.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by inviting her to like your page. Yes.
Yeah, but like,
That's an actual process though that you have
so
to go in.
liking the page, is that the 3 dots next to her?
No.
No.
now you have to go to the
No.
heart, go to the little heart thing and right click on that, and that's where you'll see if you've invited them or not, or if you can.
No.
The little heart thing right in the middle, like under the butt.
Under the butt.
Oh, under the picture.
Yeah, right.
Oh, the
click on
reaction
that little
button?
heart thing. No, right click on that. On mine, it will show if that's where it shows me if I can invite them to like my business page.
What's
From a
really
party
funny
group?
is I've used the 3 dots before to invite people. So she actually might already like my page too, and that's why that option might, because this was from 12 hours ago, and I believe she's actually liked my page since then. So
Okay,
I'm
so
not
I
sure.
have a question. I have 2 questions. One, Anna said to just gray something out, you just click on the blue dot.
Mm-hmm.
So you just click it. It's not going to take you to the thing. It's just going to gray it out. And then when you actually want to go on to that comment, you actually click the main body of what it says.
Correct.
Okay, good. And
So then you just saw me do that difference.
okay, and then when you're finished doing all this, the stuff that you showed us before this, Katie, on the left-hand side, I need to find out how you get into where you did that. But you can stay on this page till you're finished with this.
That was just, Peggy, that was just on her main business page.
This is
That
the
was
main business page. So basically your menu just moved to the left.
Okay, so I'm on my main business page, and that's where you were showing us
Inbox.
stuff from before. Okay.
Mhm.
In the
So
inbox.
we were up in the inbox. Everything that you need to find to operate your business page, it's like you have a control panel on the left-hand side.
Okay.
So I think to find a lot of this stuff, you had to click on like a settings menu that was kind of hidden before. It's been a while, so forgive me. But I love how easy to find, like Anna was saying, everything is just right there to see. What else are we missing from here, you guys? What else
The
are
message,
you?
open the business page.
Yeah, I'd like to know more about messaging people directly.
Yeah, that's in the groups.
Messaging people direct. I can stop sharing and I can switch over to Anna.
No, you're good. You're good. Keep
If I
going.
remember.
You're doing
Okay,
a great job.
okay. Oh, okay. So where am I going now, guys?
You're talking about messaging people directly from a party group, from a
Right.
comment?
Mhm.
Right.
Oh, from a comment. Okay. So let me go see if I have any. What do I have in the comment section here?
While you're pulling that up, Anna, have you seen any difference in what you post from SynShare that you've had to change anything?
What do you mean? No, I mean, because I
Okay.
do both. So like I use SynShare because almost all of my posts on my parties are videos of me preparing something or talking through how to use an item or giving tips and things. So like all my pre-posts and all my games in the evening, games and recruiting things, and then my after party stuff, all of that I schedule through SynShare. But my parties are only 3-day parties. I only do a 3-day party. I do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and that's it. And so those 3 days, I'm doing Facebook Scheduler. I'm not using Facebook for those because I have both images and I have videos, and I can show you like, so my main content I manually post, or I schedule to post. Everything else is SynShare, and I have not had a single problem with any of it, not with scheduling on Scheduler or with getting SynShare to post. No
I was
problems
more
at all.
worried about the content itself. Like I do post with 10 pictures and words behind each picture. It's one post, but there's 10 pictures and then there's words with
From
each picture.
SynShare?
From SynShare.
I don't have that many. I think
Okay.
5 is the most that I have. But I also don't have anything underneath each picture, but I can play around with it and try it while she's showing you this.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Ooh, I'm interested to find out about that also for my team members who want to use SynShare.
There's a couple questions in the chat, and I want to do more about messaging because that to me is like a huge thing, and then using your SynShare. Louise says, I just switched over today. I can't write on an image. I have clicked on edit.
You can't.
Oh.
At least I can't. But
No,
I'm
I
seeing,
can't either.
okay, yeah, because Katie, I'm seeing a couple things on yours that are different from mine. So again, like Katie said, there's definitely some work in progress stuff on here. So what you're seeing here may not exactly be what you're seeing on yours as you switch over. You know, like it's morphing, kind of like a chameleon. It's kind of like everything else Facebook does. Like, you know, they just change things and, you know, when they feel like it.
Yes, and it might not look like this in 7 days. So, you know, it's okay. We're just gonna roll with it.
So I'm seeing that there's a message button that I didn't see before on old Facebook.
So right here on this comment,
Awesome.
so this is the comment on my business page, and you may see it in groups. So if you have somebody and you want to message them, if you use this button, it will be a reply that goes straight to them, to their main inbox. You can attach photos, you can react, and it's going to tell them exactly what comment you're replying to. So this comment on the top will go along with the message.
Mm-hmm.
So I can say, oh, thanks for commenting. Have you seen the redesign of the silicone trivet? Because these are big, she's a big fan. So you could send that message over and open up the door for a conversation. So that's it for it's that easy to do the messages. What were you wondering about? Was there more with the messages?
Well, Anna, do you use, are you doing, I saw that you were using text replacement, but it's because you have a Mac?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what are we missing when this is being recorded? So we're going to have a video from Katie on how to set up a show. So we can't move pictures around, Leslie says, when we put them in a post, or am I missing how to do that?
No, you can. No, you can totally move pictures around.
Yes.
You can change their order. You
Can
just
you
have
show
to
me
go
how
to
to
the,
do that? It wouldn't let me do that today.
yeah, you just have to go to the edit button.
Yeah, well, I was
Sure.
trying to make a post and wanted to move a couple pictures in front, and it wouldn't let me change them at all.
You can, let me, Katie, you want to show
So
her?
when
You want me to?
so when you go into a, let me go grab some stuff. Let's go grab some stuff, you guys.
So creating a post.
Oh, I can't grab stuff. This is my laptop. I have nothing on it.
Well, here, switch to mine and I'll do it.
Yeah, if you want to stop
that's
sharing,
funny.
then Anna can share.
Yes, let's see. I just realized, I'm like, where's my Dropbox folder? I have nothing here.
That's funny.
And I hid the controls. Like, I'm so bad with Zoom. You guys, how do I unhide the controls? Where's Cassie when I need her? Wait, hold on.
you
Oh, I
hid-
found it.
I just drag them off to the side. I don't.
Don't let me drive the bus. This is what happens when you let me drive the bus.
No, you did a great job. Okay, so where's my share screen? Okay, so let me. All right, so this is just my mock group. So let me grab a few things on here. And I'm literally just going to grab.
While she's doing that, I will say I've been utilizing the albums feature in my party groups to upload like a whole bunch of recipes so then people can click through it randomly. But if you, whatever you upload in an album, you cannot change the order on anymore. So I did notice that, but you can change it within post. So if you want to do an album and you want like a certain image to be the first picture in your album, put that picture first.
Okay, so to edit, I think Laura, were you the one that was asking?
No, it was
About
Leslie,
moving?
I think.
Was
Okay.
Leslie.
Yeah, so like if I want, let's say this picture, you see how the little two squares pop up? You just move it up. Oops, got the wrong one.
Wouldn't let me do that earlier.
They're probably
Get it
But
out of the
I'll,
way.
but I'll try it again. Mine doesn't look exactly like yours though. I can't see the pictures in the post. I have to scroll way down to get them.
Yeah, so you can just move them. So now, let's see, I should have this one almost at the top now. Oops.
And if you wanted to do captions on your photos, like if you wanted to add descriptions or if you were doing a recipe and you wanted to add a link back to your website, you can even go in and add captions at any time. So even after you post the status, if you want to go back in with the edit button, you can go in and change the captions later too.
So there are my captions right there.
So that's where the old description was.
Yeah, that's where the link used to be, like with
Okay.
that would be there.
Are you able to put the link on the cover photo like we used to?
You can, but what you do, it's like I said, it shows up a little bit different. So I think I still have the link saved. Yeah, there we go. So you put it like this. And so now when they go and they click on that picture, they'll see it as a comment. It's
But
right there.
you also have it in the ready to order, click blah blah blah.
Well,
But that's the
no.
old.
So this is the old. Yeah, this is my
Okay,
mock group.
gotcha.
This is kind of my dumping
Oh.
ground. So ignore that because that's the old way that you
Gotcha.
could do it. Yeah, that's the old way. I didn't realize that was still in there.
Sometimes good is new is good, but sometimes old is better.
Amen to that.
I definitely think that there's definitely some features that, and again, you know, that they had on the old that it would be great if it comes to the new. But overall, I will be honest with you, I find this so much more user friendly than I did the old. It's just a cleaner, it's easier to find stuff.
And can I ask you a question about your scheduled posts?
Yeah.
Because I see it there on the left-hand side. When you go into your scheduled post, I don't know if you can do it in this one. Do you see everything about it? Because now in the old one, you don't really see the time and all.
No, you do. But
You
here's
do.
the thing. Yes, you do. So like, let's say, okay, I'm just going to go, S1.1. I have codes that I do for mine. So I'm just throwing something in
How do you
here.
remember your codes?
Because it's like summer 1.1 is my first post on my first day, and again, I'm just
Wow.
going to throw, okay, well, I'll show you this too while I'm.
And you can do that because you have a Mac, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Highly recommend you getting a Mac. It makes life so much easier. Okay, so like where's my summer? All right, I'll scoot this over for a second. So like here's my summer. Oh come on, I want to move. Well, it won't let me move it. Okay,
No
well,
worries.
let's see. I don't know if it's going to let me do this because then I can just go.
So them adding people is a pre-party day. So really you said you have 3 days of party, but they're adding people Wednesday and Thursday before your party starts on Friday, or how?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is when they're adding. Okay. Oh, this is the other thing I love. Oh my gosh. Okay. So the scheduling the post now, even this is so much easier. Like you select the day. Okay, I'm gonna have to do another one. And then you can just start to type in the time and it'll automatically populate. And then you
Oh,
just go
that
boom.
does look easier.
Oh my
That's-
gosh.
Yeah.
So much easier than hitting arrows up and down or trying to
Yeah.
make sure that you hit in the right numbers, blah, 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 blah. No, so much easier. So it's probably going to take a second for it to show up in the scheduled post, but once it does show up in the scheduled post, sorry guys, I have see, it's going to take a second to show up there. But
Will
once,
you show us how hosts invite the guest? Is that different?
Oh, I was just going to say that is absolutely different.
Okay.
Yeah,
So in just
Okay.
a second, don't forget.
that's
So-
awesome, Anna. Thank you.
so here it
That's
is. Yeah. So
really
Laura,
helpful.
it's there.
Yeah,
totally
that's,
there.
that's fabulous.
Okay, Katie, I'm not so sure that I knew that inviting them was different.
The main difference is really only in the fact that what I noticed that some consultants are very concerned about, so I don't want you guys to be let down, is that you don't see the whole list of names anymore. So you know how you used to be able to go in and you would see everybody and you could just invite everybody and it was a done deal. So now when you go in, there's not going to be anything there. If you type a letter or two, names are going to start to pop up. But you're gonna want to be more strategic with your invites. But that's the biggest change that I think people were unhappy with, was not being able to see the whole list. The Facebook rewards authentic engagement, and so all of their changes reflect authentic engagement. So if you know who you're inviting, if you're doing more personalized invites, if they already like your page, those people are going to show up. Or if you don't see them, that was the other thing. If you're trying to invite people and you're as your page and they don't like your page, they won't show up. So then you would toggle to yourself and invite them that way. And so your host may have problems if they're not friends inviting them, or if typing in. So that was the biggest change, is just knowing that you might not see the whole list of names, and that you might have to do more targeted inviting.
But people can still join from the link itself. They don't have to be
Yes.
directly invited.
Yes, but
Absolutely, and that's how I do my invites.
Yeah.
I do both. I do both in the 3 days. But like I said, make sure that you come over here to this automatic member approvals, and make sure that you click off on that rule that says, that they're automatically invited as long as they're friends with one person in the group, because that just cuts down your management time of having to go in there and approve, people, and then miss stuff and all that kind of crazy stuff.
And it's also good because if somebody pops up in there, that's a red flag. So then you're like, okay, why are you here? Do you know the host, or, is this somebody random? Because it's happened a couple of times for various reasons that people didn't belong there. So it's good to be able to cut down on your approvals and notice that if they're there, it's for a reason.
Trying to think of what else
Do you,
is.
just on that same thing, when you see that a request and they're not a friends, do you just let the host handle it?
I ask the
I ask them if
host.
they know them.
Yeah, because sometimes somebody else, I had a case where it didn't automatically approve somebody, and it was the friend of the sister that was also invited to the party, but the sister had not joined it yet, is why. And that's what happened. She
Okay.
said she forwarded the link to her friend and say, oh my God, my sister's having this, make sure to join it. But she hadn't joined it herself. Cause I'm like, I denied it. Cause I'm like, I don't know who this is. She's not friends with anybody. And it would have, and then I was like, maybe I should check.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I had that happen for a host who's like, oh, well, we're coworkers, but we're not friends on Facebook. So when I asked her, she knew who it was instantly.
Cool.
trying to think of what else. Oh, there is one other thing. Wait. I thought about this too. Hold on. So whenever you know how when you pin, when you make an announcement, right? Okay, so let me just go to something else to kind of make it an announcement here. So like you go to make something an announcement. After you make it an announcement, you can also pin it. So like, and again, you'll have to, sometimes you have to kind of refresh the page, especially right now because it's sucking so much bandwidth between the Zoom and the Facebook. But then once you, we go see all, once you make it an announcement, then you can also pin it. And from what I've been told, watch.
I thought pinning and making an announcement was the same thing.
No, because what happens is if you only make it an announcement, then it's going to show up in, it's going to show up right here and announce. Oh shoot, hang on, let me go back. So when you're on the discussion, and I'm the admin for the page, so it shows up a little bit different, but for anybody else, they would have to click right here on announcement to actually see the announcement. But when you have an announcement that you pin, which I don't know where the heck it just went. I hit something and it kind of went wacko. Hang on. I got
So you have to make it an announcement and then pin it, or can you just pin something?
No, you have to make it an announcement and then you have to pin it.
Thank you.
And I
Pinning
don't know.
it moves it to the group feed into the
But only for your
discussion.
computer, not necessarily for your phone.
Right. I don't think you can do it from your phone. And again, there may be some versions of your phone that you can and not. But that was something that I really appreciated because before, like you would pin it as an announcement and you would think that people could see it, but it went into this whole other category of announcements. And so they couldn't see it unless they clicked on announcements. So even if you put the order link in the announcements, they didn't see it. But now if you put it in the announcements and you pin it, it keeps it in the announcements, but it also pins it to the top. So it's there and it's always there.
Wow.
Like an old time pinned announcement like we used to do way back.
Yeah.
There is, I don't know if
Ages ago.
anybody else is feeling like me. I'm like, oh my gosh, give me my walker right now. This is,
I'm feeling much
Yay.
better, Marie. I'm
I
feeling
am
much
too.
better than I did.
Well,
It looks really nice. So thank you guys for doing that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I never
I'm
even tried.
still amazed at her file system.
I know.
Post
I
that.
like it.
Anna, share that page one more time because
it's
That's
not that
so-
great, guys. Like it's
so
really kind of a
organized,
mess.
though.
Oh, it's really, I mean, it's organized for what I need it. Hang on.
I want to learn how to do the text replacement on a Mac because I don't have an iPhone. Can it still be done?
Do you have a Mac?
I have a Mac. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then you don't need it. So the benefit of having an iPhone and a Mac is it mirror images. So whatever text replacements I have on my Mac, it mirror images on my phone. So
Mhm.
like if I'm laying in bed and I'm, like, okay, night before last, I stayed up till 4 o'clock in the morning working on something that I wasn't going to bed until I got it done. So when I woke up at 7:30, I was like, hungover, tired, and so I just laid in bed and I hit the text replacement code to my host, and then rolled over and went back to sleep.
I love it. I need that.
So, okay. All right, hang on.
Wow, that's crazy.
Okay, what did you just ask me? Oh, my system on the way that I have my stuff. Okay, wait, let me pull this over here. So I keep putting this bar in my way. So it started out as the New Year, New You. So I had my New Year, New You day 1, 2, and 3. 2's been disbanded now. And then COVID hit. So then I had my COVID day 1, 2, and 3. Well, there's my New Year, New You. And then as things kind of started to settle out, just because, we changed the wording and all that stuff, then I changed it to my summer. So I've got my summer day 1, 2, and 3. So in my summer day 1, I have my first post, my second, my third, my fourth, my fifth, my sixth. I have alternates because as things go on back order. So, this one has all the Cool and Serve stuff in it, but half of that's, not able to be sold. So I have the blender with the snack bar. For a while, the stainless cookware wasn't available. So I had an alternate. So I have like 6 6As and 6, 6 and 6A, or 7 and 7A, or 8 and 8A, again, just
Right.
based on the things that are.
And that just has your photos then, right?
It does. Yeah. Each
Okay.
one has everything that I post in
Yep.
for that post.
So
Okay,
just not the wording.
Wow, that doesn't seem like a lot. So you post, like, all your parties are all the same?
Not exactly. I mean, like, because I do alternate things, because I have like options of things that I want to put in there. But what you have to realize is, like, I mean, all of mine have videos. Every single one of mine. Okay, sorry. Every one of mine has videos. So like this one right here, I'll just double click on it, is a video of me doing a salad. And so I'm talking through, like I'm talking through, it's 11 minutes long, and I'm talking through all different products, but then I'll have the products as backup. That's a horrible picture.
I just caught you with your eyes blinking. That's all.
So like, but every single all of mine have videos, and most of them are videos of me doing stuff. So then what I do is, for my text replacements, and I'll show you. So you go down here to your, I don't know if you guys can see where I am. Yep. Down here at the bottom on my bar, and you hit settings. You come here to keyboard. You hit text, and here are all my text replacements. So what coordinates, let me pull this up here. Good night, honey. What coordinates up here. So my summer 1.1 is my summer 1.1. It's my taco stuff. This is summer day 1, first post. Summer day 1, second post. Summer day 1, second post.
Yeah, but what I mean is, like, that will be the same for all your parties?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of these are, but then like some of them I alternate, like I may, depending upon what's available. And some, I mean, like I change stuff up. That's why I have, hang on, let me go back.
Well, that's why you did the COVID one for a while. Then you did the summer one for a while, right?
And then I have other stuff that's in here. So like, you guys think I'm all organized. I'm really not that organized.
Louise, do you change your party every party?
I try to not be posting the same stuff. Yeah.
More
and
work.
It's hard.
More work.
I mean, and I'm not organized at all. Like, I've got, my files are like crazy. Like,
look at my desktop. Are you kidding? Look at my desktop. Okay, does that make you, that's why I wanted to make that disappear. Does that make you feel better?
Yeah.
Like I take screenshots of all these things.
A whole lot better seeing that, because I was like, wow, I'm so unorganized.
No, oh my God, no. Like,
but you're so organized this other way.
Stab me in the eye with a fork. I hate the games. I hate the games. I do the games because they want the games, but no, the games pretty much stay the same. At least they have I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be ugly, but I'm just like, I hate the games. It is a waste of my time. Like that is not where I'm going to have fun, and it's not going to be in front of this computer where I'm going to have fun. It's over there with my family. That's where I'm going to have fun. So my posts are primarily the same, except like I said, there's things that we're constantly having to swap out based on what is not available, right? So it's not all exactly the same. It's pretty close, but you know what? I have hosts that have been on my parties for 4 weeks in a row that'll go, I don't know how I did not see this video. This is awesome. Like, I love the tips, so they're not seeing everything. But the thing that I think you need to remember, Peggy, is mine are not just pictures. Mine, here, look, I'll go back to one. Mine are mostly videos of me doing stuff.
Peggy, the way I look at it is that when we were doing in-home parties, we weren't changing our party every time we did a party. We did the same party. Why does it have to be any different?
Okay. So the videos you're just doing on your phone, and you're not uploading them to YouTube. It is just your videos that's on your device.
I was one of the first ones that got thrown in YouTube jail. And had and tech support was like the whole not tech support, whatever, at home office called me, and they were like, oh my gosh, what is going on? And so like we walked through, we had several meetings where we tried to do stuff and figure stuff out. And they were like, we have not heard or seen any of this. And so, and I had already kind of taken enough screenshots that they were able to see. Well, then it kind of started, this was back end of August, beginning of September of last year. Then all of a sudden it was like this wave of so many people getting thrown in YouTube jail. And I've never been able to get my YouTube back, which pisses me off because I have a bunch of home videos on there too. But if I even try to make a YouTube account that is attached to any of my other email addresses, it immediately locks me out. I have a YouTube account set up on my phone, but I log out of everything on my phone and then I log into it to be able to do it. And it's just a pain in the butt. So I have said, forget it. I'm not doing it.
I
Okay.
see you have a lot in YouTube, and I got thrown out recently. I was trying to upload a Zoom.
Yeah.
Like
No.
there wasn't anything wrong, and I just got thrown out and I can't get in.
Well, I think it's because YouTube and Facebook are not the same company.
Yeah, but I
Right.
wasn't even doing anything on Facebook. I was uploading a Zoom to it.
That's why all these trainings, I was, like we said before, everything's going on to pcteamtraining.com versus any Facebook group, because who knows in September what's actually going to happen. We want to make sure everything gets on our
I
training.
post all of my YouTube videos, knock on wood. I haven't had any trouble. I mean, on all
That's
my virtual
good.
parties, they're
Yeah.
all my YouTube.
So
my
you're
YouTube.
showing us,
Yeah. So
The
let me
thing-
show you guys.
The
So,
thing is when you do a video from your phone, it auto plays.
right.
right. Or from your computer. Exactly.
Right.
Or from your
Auto
computer.
what?
Autoplay.
It auto plays.
They don't have to click the play button. So
Gotcha.
there's less friction.
Gotcha.
So all of these posts here, these are my wrap up ones right here. And so all of these are scheduled through SendShare. All right. This is because again, it goes backwards. So all these are through SendShare. SendShare. Okay, those are all my wrap up. Okay. So like here's one right here. So I've got, this one's a home office one. Here's the video. And then here are all the support products and recipes and things that go with it.
Yeah, I do the same
Here's-
thing. Like with
Here's
that.
another one. So here's my Peruvian chicken
Ooh, yummy.
with all the, with all of the pictures that go with it
Right.
and the recipes. Here's my, like some of my favorite tools. Again, it's a video with all of my, the support tools that go with it. And this is one that I made on Canva right here. Like I've made several like that where they're just kind of fun. So here's my, my wings.
Wait. So you guys, Katie, do you do that too? You're making videos right on Canva?
You're
Yeah.
dropping
Yes,
video into
You
Canva.
can. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my current header on my Facebook page is a video. But yeah, you can put videos in Canva now. That's new. It's
Part of
relatively
Pro.
new. They've added a bunch of animated effects too.
On one, Marie, on one of the new consultant trainings, 2 weeks ago, Patty did a training on the Canva and doing the videos.
It's really easy.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so Peggy, this is what I'm talking about. Like, see, so mine is a video where I'm talking through a bunch of stuff. Like, they're all like little demos. Like this one's 5 minutes long on making the coffee smoothie, which if you guys have not had the coffee smoothie, you need to make the coffee smoothie.
Mhm.
It's like a coffee and smoothie in one, and it's amazing. It's very good. But all of mine are like, sometimes I'm like fresh out of makeup, right?
That's all right.
Keeping it real.
But they're all, that's how all of mine are. So they're not always going to see the whole video. Sometimes I swap out pictures. See, here's one that was made on Canva.
Mhm.
So that's how I do it. It works for me. It's the thing I love about this, is it doesn't,
I'm going to
there's so many
stop the
ways.
recording only because of how long it is. So